Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. Yesterday I went to go and see the film Materialists and I wanted to give you my overall thoughts about the movie. So the film Materialists deals with the world of modern day dating and how difficult it can be. Our lead character is Dakota Johnson and she is a matchmaker in New York City. She's very successful at her job, but also in the film, she's dealing with two love interests. We have an old ex boyfriend love interest played by Chris Evans, and then we have the new love interest played by Pedro Pascal. Now, that's all I'm going to say because I don't want to spoil this movie for you, so I'm not going to go into full on detail of what happens with the movie. So, what I really loved about the film right off the bat is that this is not a romantic comedy. I feel like some people made the assumption about this movie right off the bat just because it is a romantic film. Just because a movie deals with love and romance does not automatically mean that this is a romantic comedy, because I did go online looking at reviews about Materialists after I saw the film yesterday, and I was very surprised by some of the reactions that people were having because it was their assumption that this movie was a romantic comedy. And so, because it did not live up to their expectations, they did not enjoy the movie. I don't really think that's fair. It's not that fair because to me, the marketing for this film never really implicated that the movie was going to be a rom com. So that's what I really enjoyed about this film right off the bat, is that this was a romantic film or a romance drama. It very much gave me the vibes of older classic romance movies from like the 40s or the 50s, where there's no real comedic, ridiculous element to the movie. I would say in the film, there are a couple of moments where you could chuckle, I guess, and just get a little like smirk on your face, but there's really nothing to give you a gut wrenching belly laugh because Materialists is not that kind of film. Because personally, for me, when it comes to rom coms, very few rom coms I am a fan of. It just seems like in the more recent years, romantic comedies have become more ridiculous and more ridiculous. And to me, that's not really that entertaining when it comes to a film like that. I prefer older rom coms like Pretty Woman or My Best Friend's Wedding. If I am in the mood, I guess, for Julia Roberts movies, from what I mentioned, but if I am in the mood for a romantic comedy, I will go to the older romantic comedies, not necessarily rom coms of today. So that was the main aspect of Materialist that I really, really enjoyed and appreciated, was that this was a romance film, a movie dealing with love and romance, but not necessarily the comedic side of things. Moving on to the actor performances. We have three main actors in this movie, starting off with Dakota Johnson. A lot of people have kind of mixed and negative things to say about her performance in this movie, but I gotta be honest, I'm on the opposite side of the coin. I thought Dakota Johnson's performance in this film was one of the better performances I have seen her do. She just really embraces the modern day New York girl extremely well. You could just picture her walking along the streets of New York City. It's just very believable. She's so natural and confident, but also she does have those moments where she does have a breakdown moment and she does get a little bit emotional. So she has certain aspects where she's showing a little bit of everything. And then we have Chris Evans. Chris Evans is the best part of this movie. And the reason why he's the best part for me is because this is the best performance I've ever seen him give. Now, after the MCU, it's been kind of a rough road for Chris Evans. I feel like with his career, he's not really sure of the pathway of where he should be going. Now, he was very good in Knives Out. I loved him as in Knives Out as a completely opposite type of character to Captain America from the MCU. So for him to take on kind of like, the villainous character in Knives Out, it was good to see him in something completely different. And I feel like in Materialists, this is the best role I've ever seen him give, or performance I've ever seen him give, because he just completely becomes so emotional. There's one particular scene in the movie where he just lets everything out. He is very vulnerable, very exposed, and I absolutely loved it. So if you're a major Chris Evans fan, you are going to want to go and see this movie for his performance. Now, Pedro Pascal, I also enjoyed his performance as well. I feel like I wanted to see more of him in the movie, just a little bit. He is definitely the prototype of the perfect man that women are looking for nowadays. As Dakota Johnson would say in the movie, he is checking all the boxes on paper. He is rich, he is successful, he is good looking, he's tall, he doesn't have any bad addictions. He's literally the definition of perfection on paper. They call his character a unicorn, and he definitely lives up to that description. I didn't really connect with his character right away, right off the bat. It took a little bit, but there are two significant scenes in the movie. One earlier on in the film where he's having dinner with Dakota Johnson and they're discussing why they should possibly be in a relationship together. And then towards the end of the movie, he reveals something extremely personal about himself where you automatically connect and you can automatically relate to him somehow, some way. So I really did appreciate those two moments involving his character. Like I said, I just wanted maybe possibly a little bit more of him in the movie. So Materialists was written and directed by Celine Song. And Selene Song gave us Past Lives a few years ago. And I gotta say, she is two for two because both of these movies are just so well done. And I like the fact that she is taking her own personal experiences from her life and creating art out of it. Because I believe she said that Past Lives was something that happened to her. And then with Materialists, I guess Celine Song was a matchmaker at one point in her life. And so she's taking her own personal experiences, infusing it into these movies. And I just think that's a really smart thing to do. I love her writing in Materialists because it is just so realistic as to what people sound like today. There are a couple of scenes where Dakota Johnson is sitting across from a client and she's asking, "What are you looking for?" And they're rattling down the list. And it's like you can imagine this happening right next to you in a restaurant or in a diner or something, and you're listening in on this conversation. It is just, like I said, so realistic and so modern. I just really appreciated that. So overall, I loved this movie. I thought it was extremely well done, also well directed by Celine Song. A couple of the camera angles that are done and lighting were just really spot on. Really enjoyed it. I did give the film 4 out of 5 stars. I don't think the film is absolutely perfect. And the reason why I gave it a 4 is because ultimately at the end of the film, I'm not going to spoil it, don't worry. I'm just going to say the outcome of Dakota Johnson's character I didn't agree with. For some reason, the choice that Celine Song made for that character, if I was writing the movie, personally, I would not have gone in that direction. I would have chosen one or two different options other than what was presented on screen. So the outcome of the film with our lead character, I don't really agree with, and that is the one main negative about the film. And you may say, well, that kills the movie for me. Not necessarily for me. I mean, the way that Celine Song chose to end the movie, I get and I can understand, but I would have preferred just a different ending. I do. But the overall film itself, the overall film, I enjoyed. I highly enjoyed, again, because we just don't get movies like this anymore. Smart, well done films with great characters. I really enjoyed it. So 4 out of 5 stars. That is my rating for Materialists. I highly do recommend that you guys go and check out this movie. It is worth seeing in the theater. Thank you so much for watching this video today. Comment down below if you guys have seen Materialists. What is your opinion of the film? Don't forget to like and subscribe before you leave, and I'll see you next time.